Aiden, tell me a story.
So it's my birthday, and if I'm lucky, if we're lucky, we get to have another one. The realities of our birthdays change the older we get, and sometimes it's not always gonna be fun. Sometimes it's really, really shitty. But you know what? At least we made it. At least we got to do it again, and hopefully this next year will be easier than the one before. When I was little, Mom Peggy would used to bake my cakes for me. We weren't wealthy, and 9 times out of 10, I had my birthday at a park, the Starkey Park to be exact, under one of the pavilions. Maybe we'd barbecue, maybe we'd order pizza, we'd have a cake that either Mom Peggy made herself or we got from Walmart, and my school friends would come, my cousins would come, and all my grandparents would be there, and my Aunt Jolly. Sometimes my tias would come too. It's been an evolution through these years, learning and coping with the fact that we got to do this ourselves now. The older we get, the harder it is to plan these birthdays, especially like, for example, this year for my birthday, I'm going to be having my birthday in Central Park. It's going to be a nice, cute little get together with just some friends and some of my classmates as well, and do arts and crafts. The theme is your favorite DCOM movie or TV show. So naturally, you know I'm going as That's So Raven Baxter. I have a denim coat that I'm going to sew orange boas to the brim of the sleeves and the collar. It's going to be so cute. I'll show you a picture when it's done. And if the weather's bad, I'm going to bring them back to my place. It's only 2 avenues away, thank goodness. But some years haven't been as fun and as beautiful as this year's panning to be. Some years are just me and two friends. Some years it's just me and Robin. Some years, that one year during COVID, what Robin and I, all we did was ride bikes around Seguin. It was a lot of fun, actually. Life is crazy, and being able to be here in my third decade on Earth and my 20s almost behind me. I'm gonna be the big 29. Oh goodness. I'm grateful. This year is also my 10-year reunion or anniversary of being in New York City and, well, being up north and really. But I don't know. I grew up here. The North raised me partially. The North has had this special place in my heart and in my growth and in the creation of who I am. I moved here when I was 19, so it's like crazy full circle for me to be here and be able to continue to survive. Maybe not always thrive, but definitely continue to survive. I'm proud of myself, and the amount of lessons I've learned is just insane. I was at work the other day because I started ushering on Broadway, and one of the guys asked me how old I was, and then I asked how old he was, and he was like 23, and I was like, "Oh, you're such a baby," and he was like, "Oh, calm down, we're both in our 20s," and I was like, "You don't understand the amount of life that you go through from 23 to 29 is astronomical, especially if you have one of your first big losses, Mom Peggy." I still miss her today. Last night I was crying and talking to her spirit, and I was just like, I'm so tired, Mom. I'm so tired. And while it's a different tired than last year's tired would have been, I think last year was when Grandpa was sick. See, time is such a warp too. The older you get, the more everything just fades into itself, which is crazy. But I don't know. I know overall I'm grateful for this life, for this experience, for this understanding of reality, at least of my reality. And I look forward to whatever the future holds for me, be it good times or bad, because at least I'll know how to handle it a little bit better. And from that experience, I'll be able to know how to handle future experiences. You know what I mean? I've never been one to be like, well, I'm getting old. I don't want to get old, because I know how beautiful life is. And as long as I'm present and time isn't just flashing by me and I can still wake up and breathe and smell the roses or the garbage because it's New York City, I'm alive. I can call my grandpa, I can call my best friend, I can talk to my sister, and I can eat my favorite snack. It's one thing I've also learned getting older. Sometimes you gotta love yourself more than anybody else will love you, because who else is going to? especially if you're a single Pringle in your late 20s. You gotta figure that shit out sometimes. Ooh, I also wanted to take a moment to send a little shout out to Selena Quintanilla because it's her birthday too. Bitty bitty bum bum. Selena and I are, I don't know, I feel like I have a special bond with Selena because the story has it. Part of me feels like I'm reincarnated Selena Quintanilla. The story has it, Mom Peggy and Grandpa stayed at the same hotel that Selena was at in 1995. Literally the room behind the room where she was at. And so I think that Selena's spirit followed my grandparents home, got into my mom's belly, and then here I am a year later. She just had to like cook in the oven for a little bit and transform into all of this. Because we're twins, right? Okay, no, I know we're not twins, but I love Selena Quintanilla. April 16th, it's the day 2 icons were born. Selena Quintanilla and moi. My birthday wish for one of them. I hope that this year is a little bit easier, that I learn how to set myself up for success some more, and that I accomplish something that I have always wanted to accomplish, big or small, and that I strengthen my relationships with my friends and family in the best ways, truly. I know this year is going to be a good one. I'm hopeful that when I look back on my life, the last year of my 20s is one that I will say, I was present for that. I was there for every moment. And even though it wasn't always easy, I did that shit. Well, I hope you have an amazing day today, and I hope that on your birthday, you get to celebrate with someone you love. And if not, celebrate with your damn self, because you deserve to be loved and you deserve to love yourself. Okay. Love you, mean it. Bye.